Hi everyone, I am here with a video on eye brightening products. I have a ton of products here that I love to use for brightening up my under eye area, and just some tips and tricks and brushes and products that I really like to use, and kind of let you know my thoughts about them. I have very fair skin, obviously you can tell in the camera. I am very, very pale, and so to find something that brightens my under eyes is really difficult because most brightening products either are like the same color as my skin or darker than my skin. So it's kind of a challenge trying to find products that are really, really pale and light that allow me to have kind of that Kim Kardashian glow, which is very difficult because I'm already pretty pale as it is. So I have some products that I've really been loving and enjoying, and I wanted to share them with you and kind of let you know my thoughts and how I use them. They're all pretty much used in the same way, but I'm going to start with liquid products. So I have a few different, brightening products or concealers that I really like to use. One of them is the Urban Decay 24/7 concealer pencil in CIA, which is their lightest concealer, and it is very, very light. I have quite a few backups of these. I really love it. It's one of those concealers that is too light to spot conceal, so anything that's too light to spot conceal is a great shade for brightening for me. So this is just a really nice, really, really pale concealer. So I like to, like I do with all of these products, go from the inner corner of my eye, go down the side of my, like right here by my nose, and up, and I'll do a couple little swipes on the inside, and I just kind of blend it out. This is very creamy. It does last all day. I don't find that it settles into any fine lines or wrinkles, and the best way I find to kind of blend this out, because it is a little bit more, it's very creamy, but it's a little bit more of a product that you kind of want to warm up. I'll either blend it out with my fingers so the warmth of my fingers kind of melts it into the skin, or I'll use a beauty blender, which works really well because of the moisture in the beauty blender. It really helps to kind of roll that product into the skin. Or I'll use a duo fiber brush kind of like this and spray a little Fix Plus on it and use that to blend it into the skin. So those are just a few different ways that I use my Urban Decay 24/7 pencil to brighten up the under eye area. Another concealer is the Rimmel Match Perfection 2-in-1 Concealer and Highlighter. This is the lightest shade that they have, and it's in 230 Fair Light. I love this because it is has the brush tip applicator, so it's really easy to get right up in that corner and kind of do that triangle. It also is a good concealer. It's a little light for concealing my blemishes, which is good. So I don't know if it's going to show up or wash out, but I used that today, and it just gives a really nice, flawless look for under the eye area. It's very creamy. It's different than this one because this one's thicker and creamy. This one is more of a liquidy consistency. It's not liquid, but it is more liquidy than the stick form. But both are really great at really blending it into the skin and not settling into fine lines. So I love both of these. This is just, they're both convenient in different ways. I like this because it's a stick form. I can just kind of draw where I want it and blend it in. But it is a little bit pricier, I believe about $18, but it does last a really long time. And then the Rimmel one, I want to say it's under $5, $5 or $6. It's very convenient because it has that little brush tip applicator, so it's really easy to apply. Both are equally good. It just kind of depends on what form you like better. Now, some brighteners that I really love. A couple of these are newer to me, but nonetheless, I love them, is the Magic Lumi Concealer, and this is in the shade Radiant, so it is their peachy pink toned concealer. This definitely would work better if you were darker skin, but it still works on fair skin people like myself, and it's a really nice kind of peach tone corrector, helps brighten up that under eye area. I love that it is a twisty type applicator with the brush. You can go down the center of your nose, your Cupid's bow. It's just a really great tool to use to highlight other areas of your face as well besides just under your eyes. And again, $5 or $6 at your drugstore. And then these two are newer, but I've been really loving them. These are from the Sephora brand, and they are called the Smoothing and Brightening Concealer. This one is in Light 03 and Light 02. So Light 03 is more of the pink tone, and Light 02 is more of the yellow toned. The yellow tone actually works really great for fair skin. So I'll swatch the pink one for you. It again has a little twist up, and I want to say these are around $14. So I don't know if it's going to show or focus in. This one is the Sephora one. It's a little bit lighter than the Radiant one from Maybelline, which I really like because the lighter it is, the better it is for myself because I am fair skin tone. The consistency is really nice. It's still very creamy, doesn't settle into fine lines, and works really, really great for brightening or highlighting any areas, my cheekbones, the top of my nose, the Cupid's bow, you know, wherever you want to highlight. This one's a really great one as well, and this is in the 02, so this is the yellow toned one. And it's very, very light, which is really great for me because I obviously am quite pale. So if you see there's a big difference. So something like that is really going to brighten up and give me that Kim Kardashian glow more than the pink tone one would, if that makes sense. So the pink tone one is nice. It does highlight, but the yellow tone one's going to do more of that brightening for me at least. So just depends on your skin tone and what works for you. Two correctors that I really love that have been just really great. They're very light shades, so they work really good for my under eyes. The first one is the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer in Ivory. This is the lightest shade. This is a little bit more of a pricier product. It is in a pot form, so you do have to use your finger, which is one thing I don't really like. I find that this applies best with your finger because it is a little bit more of a stickier product. So having your hand to really kind of warm up that product really helps. And so here it is right here, maybe? Yep, right here. And I just really love this concealer. I don't find it to settle into any fine lines. It doesn't transfer, it doesn't move, it doesn't, you know, make your under eye area look crepey. It's just a really, really beautiful under eye concealer. If you have dark circles, it covers amazingly, and I just really love it. Another one, this is a newer one, and this is from MAC, and it is called their Studio Finish Skin Corrector, and it's in light peach. And it just comes in a little pan form, so I just kind of keep it in the plastic so it doesn't dry out. But this one's a little bit more creamier, so it's not as stiff as the Bobbi Brown one is. So if you found the Bobbi Brown one to be a little bit too sticky or stiff, maybe try the MAC one. The color is pretty close to the same, but it's actually a little bit lighter, which I love because, like I said before, the lighter the better for myself. So I do like the MAC one just because it is lighter. I would say that texture-wise and quality-wise, I would say they're equivalent. This one's just a little bit easier to blend. And of course, that shade, as you can see, that's the Bobbi Brown, and this one is the MAC one. It is a little bit lighter. So those are some other products I really love for my under eye area. And I'm not really talking about like spot concealing. I'm only talking about in this video under eye concealing, under eye brightening. So yes. All right, so it seems like my battery wants to die in the middle of all my videos. So yes, there's another makeup and ensemble change. I never say ensemble. That kind of reminds me of Mariah Carey. I just changed it's just a different day. So where I was at was talking about setting powders. So for my under eye concealer. So one, I'm gonna start with one that I do not like at all. I really wanted to love it. It's the Bare Minerals Well Rested, and I've heard so many mixed reviews about this. For me personally, when I apply this under my eyes, if I use a little or if I use a lot, it just really cakes up under my eyes. It settles into fine lines. It kind of shifts into those lines. It makes my under eyes look old and crepey, and it's just not a pretty picture. So I've tried using this with different brushes, different concealers, different amounts of the product, and I just can't find a way to get it to work. So if you don't have under eye wrinkles or fine lines under your eyes, this may work just fine for you, but for me personally, it just doesn't work with my under eye area, and it's just a big disaster. But some other ones that I really do love, this one is the e.l.f. High Definition Powder. You can buy it at Target. It's dirt cheap. It's like $3 or $6. Comes with a big powder puff, and it's just a really finely milled white powder. You can use the powder puff and just kind of pat it under your eyes, or one of my favorite brushes to apply any of my under eye powder is actually this Real Techniques brush, and it is I think it's the contour brush, and it's just really perfect for doing that under eye. It has a little bit of a tapered tip, And so I could really get right up there under my eye area. So love this for applying any of my under eye powder. I'm sorry, I'm getting sick again, so I kind of sound a little manly. Another powder that I really love is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Powder. This is the Smooth Operator Micronized Clay Finishing Powder. And I have so many of these little tiny mini ones. So they take a long time to go through. And I actually have recently started applying this all over my face for a setting powder. And it is the most amazing, flawless, beautiful finish. So I will use this under my eyes. I even put this all over my face, which is I think what it's meant for. It doesn't leave a white cast. It doesn't make me look ashy or anything. It's just a really beautiful, translucent powder that just sets your foundation and makes it look beautiful and flawless. So really love that. You can always get these in like little sets and freebies and stuff from Sephora. So the Tarte one is great. Another one that I would say is comparable to the Tarte one is the Makeup Forever Professional Micro Finish Powder. It's the same kind of thing. It's a little white powder. Again, you can get these in little gift sets through Sephora, or you know, the 100-point perk, 500-point perks, they're in there all the time. So this is another great one for the under eye powder as well as setting for all over your face. One that I've recently purchased that I actually really love is the Nye Cameo Luxury Powder, and it's in the color Cameo. And it comes, this is the smaller jar. It's the lightest powder, I believe, which works really, really great for me because I'm fair skinned. It's a very finely milled powder, but it's a little different texture. It's more, I want to say, fluffy doesn't sound like a good word, but it's just more fluffy feeling than this is. I don't know quite, like this feels kind of like powdered sugar under your eyes. It's really nice and luxury feeling. And it's just a really beautiful finishing powder for under your eyes. So if you're fair skinned, try Cameo. I also bought the banana powder that I don't have in front of me, but it's very yellow toned, hence banana powder. But my problem is I'm too fair for that right now, so it's darker than my skin. Medium to dark skin tones, I think it's beautiful. I think maybe in the summer when I have a little bit more of a tan, I could definitely try to pull it off a little bit more, but it's just a tad bit too yellow and too dark for my under eye area. I might be able to mix it with something like this to kind of tone down that color a little bit. So I'm going to play with that and keep you posted, but the Cameo one is a really great one. It's the same consistency as the banana powder, just a different shade. Now on to my Laura Mercier Brightening Powder. You guys know that I've recently bought this and I'm really loving it. Again, it's one of those finely milled powders. It's kind of like a ivory shade. It's not white. Like I find these ones are white powders. This is kind of an ivory shade. It's again kind of a thicker powder like the Cameo powder, but it's still very finely milled. It just feels very silky under the eyes. I notice a difference when I use it. It really does brighten up that under eye area, softens it, kind of like is like a soft focus effect on your skin. So the Laura Mercier, it's a little bit pricier, but I do really love it. And another one that I just picked up is the Sonia Kashuk powder. I'm going to actually do a video comparing these two because somebody said this was a dupe, and it's the brightening powder by Sonia Kashuk. And it comes in a little container like this. And again, it's just a really nice, soft powder. This one is white, but it leaves just like a really soft, you can see I applied it right there, soft focus effect. It does appear to have a little it looked like a little bit of a shimmer to it, not like glitter flecks or anything, but a little bit of a sheen. So I will keep you posted on the comparison of these two. This one I already can tell looks a little bit more ivory shade, where this one looks pretty white, kind of like these powders do. And then last but not least, a new powder that I've been trying under my eyes, which really I am absolutely loving, is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. And I used to apply this all over my face, and you know, I steered away from it for a while because I just kind of got out of Bare Mineral products, but I pulled this out recently and started applying it under my eyes, and it is the most beautiful finishing powder for under your eyes. So I'll dust a little bit, you know, of this under my eyes, and then I'll finish it off with a little bit of Mineral Veil just right here in the triangle area, and it just brightens and looks beautiful, and not shimmery or glittery or anything like that. It just gives it this beautiful like brightness and makes me look it makes me look awake and alive, and I just really love it. It doesn't settle into fine lines and just is a really, really great powder for under your eyes. So if you have Mineral Veil and you just find you don't use it very often, try it for an under eye powder. I think you'll really, really love it. So those are kind of my favorite under eye brightening corrector products that I love, from, you know, liquid to powder. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like this, more videos like this, then just let me know and I'll talk to you guys soon. And anyone who is new that has subscribed to me recently, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys enjoy. And I will talk to you guys soon. And don't forget to enter the giveaway that's going on right now. I'll link it down below. In the description box, I will always have any current giveaways going on linked in the description box. So I hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!